Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Friday, July 10th, 2020. I'm not going to keep you all long. I thought I'd jump on because I found an article about Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. And as some of you know, there's an allegation by Mr. August Alsina that he and Jada had a affair. Relationship, which and so ever. Well, she and Mr. Smith sat down at her show, Red Table Talk, and they both discussed this said affair. She, Miss Jada, labels the relationship with Mr. Alsina as an entanglement. Now, that's just a really nice, cozy, cushy word for affair. So they both are admitting it. She's also saying that she sees how he could have thought that Will gave him permission about, let me word this right, how he could perceive Will giving him permission to mess with his wife, which I don't really understand that because they either talked or they didn't talk. August says they talked. I'm about confused, but they're admitting to the affair. They had a rough patch in their marriage. She met Mr. August Alsina. One thing, I guess, led to another. They had a courtship, love, entanglement. I don't know if it was love or in love. I don't know because those words weren't used, but I'm just saying. She and her husband are admitting that Jada and Mr. August Alsina did have an affair. And what I think is baffling about this story is I didn't know what to believe because I kept trying to figure out why is this guy talking about the situation if nothing happened. But I do know people can lie, manipulate. But obviously now they are confirming that it did happen. But I just couldn't see why he would want to bring it to the forefront and make it worse for the two. Because if these two aren't willing to say, yeah, go ahead and say I messed around with you, because we're going to also confirm it, why even say anything? And then that point where he made in the public interview that he loved the family. How can you say you love their family, but you're sleeping with this man's wife? Whether he knew about it, told her go ahead, which is so ever. This is crazy. But Will Smith did not give August Alsina permission to sleep with his wife. So let me make sure I tell you that said information. You can verify this said information through CNN. That is the source for this storyline I'm bringing to you. As you see, I'm not reading anything. I'm tired of reading stuff. Because I read stuff and then people still ask me the same question. So I thought, don't even worry about it. You can verify it for yourself in CNN and also watch the interview with Jada Pinkett Smith and her husband Will Smith. But as I stated, I find this whole scenario baffling because I don't think August should have said anything about their relationship. Now, had they been broken up officially and or divorce would have been preferable, then you want to say, yes, I dated her. It's still bad because you're spilling the tea about somebody's personal business. You may feel it's okay for you because it's about you, but there's another party involved, and she was married and also had children. So really there was disrespect for her, yourself, her husband, and her children. And you were friends with her son, so that's even more disrespectful. Whether you fell in love, your feelings got hurt, you still were a willing participant in a married couple's marriage. And you knew better. And then you told it. So to me, that's, a female move. Blabbing and telling. Okay. When she took him to the BET Awards many years ago, I think it said 2017. So see, I thought that was odd. Why would she be taking this man? So now that she and her husband are confirming it, that's why she took him. So my thing is, if she's willing to walk out with another man in a public arena, while you two are still married, why would you even want her back? You understand what I'm saying? So they get back together, realize they were meant for each other, want to uphold the vows. And as they state in this article, whether it's a good marriage, bad marriage, we're going to stay together, ride or die. So they got back together. They're still married. It is also mentioned they do not have a traditional marriage. What that means, I do not know. But when you hear this said information now that they're confirming that she did mess around with August Alsina, went out publicly with the man while still legally married. And obviously people didn't know they were broke up, like separated. It still means you were still married. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't think you should be dating anybody while you're still legally married. You either need to try to work it out, do something. But going out publicly dating other people and still married, you know that don't look right. And then too, you had kids. So that's the sad information. So these two, the Smiths, have confirmed the affair with August Alsina. So I guess now he feels better since the cat's out the bag and they have admitted and they felt like they needed to tell the world since he has been talking about it and people have been speculating about the affair. This is some jacked up mess. Jacked up mess. So now people are going to wonder all type of more crazy stuff because now people are going to wonder really what type of marriage do you have with each other? What was really said behind closed doors? Hell, did you sit down with August, Mr. Will Smith, and tell him, hey, you could talk to my wife, be with my wife? But Will Smith is denying that that conversation was ever happened. Let me make that clear. Will Smith denies that that conversation took place with Mr. Alsina. But it is confirmed by both parties, the Smiths, that Jada did have an affair with August Alsina. And if you need verification for the story and more of the highlights of that article, video, please log on to CNN News. I don't feel the need of watching the table talk, red table talk interview between the husband and wife because you've already lied and denied the affair, which I would see why you would want to because that was your personal business. That's between you and your wife. And then it was your wife and that other man, and the other man decided to let it out. But I don't need to recap it and watch it because once you lie about something, I'm not going to know what else to believe out of your mouth. And that is their business, what went on between the three. So I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for another video sometime soon. And you all have a safe weekend. Put your mask on if it is regulated in your city, town. Thanks for joining me. You all have a safe night. The Queen is doing a little bit of reality TV tonight, honey. I am binge watching The Ladies of London. Very interesting. Very interesting, the Brits. But anyway, thanks for joining me, and I will be back with another video. And that's my update. Like, share, subscribe, drop your comments below. And this is Everyday Shenanigans. Bye-bye.